guest today is someone we tried to get on for a while.
I mean, he's been avoiding us, but we tracked him down.
It's funny because he is a guy who, like, we see him everywhere. Everyone feels like they know him. Everyone adores him. I get shoved out of the way when he's around. I've done 3 Christmas movies with the guy, and I just know that he is everyone's favorite, like, host, hunk, Dimples. We can call him Dimples, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, his dimples.
But he is
It's
hard.
true.
He is a hardworking man. He's running all over all the time between tequila tastings and boxing with Oscar de la Hoya, his family, his TikToks with his daughter, his Christmas movies, his hosting jobs, his radio show.
He never stops.
He's a busy, busy guy, but we got him because we went to Christmas
Sorta.
Con.
We went to Christmas Con. Let me tell you, that was an experience.
It was, wasn't it?
I have never, ever seen anybody work as hard as you and the other actors there.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do these. They're 3-day events usually. I only do 2 because I only kind of have the stamina for 2 days to really give everyone my all. Like, the fans come out and they line up for your autograph, or they line up to get photos with you, or they sit down and listen to your panel, and you're just running from place to place to place, from the autograph table back to the photos to the panel to back to the photos, back to this, back to that, and you're catching up with your friends and co-stars backstage, which is super lovely.
But I never saw you sit down, like, not one time.
No, we don't.
In the whole day.
Yeah,
I was only there for 1 day of it, and I left exhausted.
It's a lot, and it's a lot because you want to give everybody. People pay to come, they pay for your autograph, they just want to get close to you, and
Yes.
it's a lot of pressure, and it's a lot of energy because you want to give everybody
Your best.
your best, because you want everyone to have a great impression, have a great time. They've been, wanting to meet you or watching your show
Yes.
or checking out your movies,
And they're all so kind. There was not, like,
they bring you gifts and candy.
it was incredible.
yeah.
So kind, so complimentary. I didn't see a bad attitude in the building the whole day. Everyone was smiling.
So many backstage. I got to see so many old friends, like Lacey Chabert, who's like an old family friend of mine. I got to see Danica McKellar, our now local Nashville resident friend. And just meet new people and hang out with, old co-stars. Jesse Metcalf was there, who I did
Yes.
God's Not Dead 2 with. But our guest today, so when we were doing our panel, we were supposed to do this panel together because we've been in we've worked on 3 Christmas movies together. And we got him on stage. But the guy we're talking about, you guys, is Mario Lopez, in case we haven't said it. He and I worked together on the movie Holiday in Handcuffs. And then years later, maybe 10 years later, we did a movie called A Very Merry Toy Store. And then we recently did one called Feliz Navidad, which was, I think, I think it aired in 2020. No, 2019, I think it aired. No, 2020. We shot it. It was the first movie filmed during the pandemic. And and so we got to do these 3 movies together. But it's funny because when we do this interview with Mario, tell the audience what happens.
He legitimately gets up and leaves.
He gets up and leaves. So
I don't think he was being rude.
no,
It doesn't come across rude.
I think he thought he was.
I think
in
he
the
thought he was
way.
done.
Yeah.
And so he just
He was like, okay, I'm
left.
good. Well, we were waiting for, we have another episode with Lacey Chabert coming up soon and next week. And it's funny because Mario knew she was coming out to be interviewed by us, and he just went, oh, I think she's there. Bye-bye. And he got up and left. So
It was hilarious.
It seems abrupt. It's because it was.
But we got to spend a lot of time with him, and we're excited to share this with you. Please excuse the ambient noise around us because we were live.
We were in a giant warehouse full of people just making wreaths and toasting their hot cocoa.
It was incredible.
It smells like gingerbread. Imagine it smells like ginger. Here, we'll set the scene. It's noisy. It's loud. Everyone's in matching sweaters. There's lights everywhere twinkling, and the smell of gingerbread and hot cocoa floats through the air.
It really does. It was magical.
So welcome to our episode with Mario Lopez, live from Christmas Con.
Well, hello, Christmas Con. Are you guys ready to meet my co-host and her very good friend? I know you can do better than that. I've heard you out here all morning. There it is. Give it up for Melissa Joan Hart and Mario Lopez.
Oh, hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. How are you? Come on in here. You want to sit in between the ladies?
I'll sit in between.
So, I don't know if you guys know, but Amanda and I have a podcast called What Women Binge. And you can check that out. You can subscribe. You can watch it on YouTube. And so we're going to do today, what we're going to do is, it's very hard to lock this guy down. and I've been trying to talk to him about all things Christmas and our relationship and whatnot over the years. And we're going to use it today, this platform, as a chance to put him on our podcast. So you guys are all going to be on our podcast today, okay? All right, so now I expect you all to subscribe and download and do all the things, okay?
In fact, many of you may have received an ornament that was a gift from me and Melissa. Take out your phone, scan that QR code, and subscribe while you're sitting here, okay?
Yeah.
And then take that ornament home and put it on your tree.
So you want to lead in, Amanda? What should we talk about first?
Well, first, I think we should just knock out Holiday in Handcuffs.
Do you guys know Holiday in Handcuffs?
It's everyone's favorite. I know it is.
So Mario, I'd like to take a little credit for this like Christmas movie TV genre, because I think like our movie kind of kicked things off.
It did. That was was that your first one?
Well, I
Or
did a
how'd you
Christmas
do?
movie in 1986, but it was for network television. So
Got
this was
it.
like the first like cable
Yeah.
Christmas
That
movie.
was when it was ABC Family back in the day.
ABC
I remember,
Family.
and it was.
Yeah, you guys remember that?
It was my first one. I think I was coming off of Dancing with the Stars when I
Yes.
did it, and we shot it in Canada.
Calgary.
Calgary, in the wintertime, which is
In
rare because most of
the
the time they shoot these things like in
dead
the
of
summer and
winter.
stuff.
Yeah.
Real snow and everything. And it was a great time. I thought it was a cute little script, and we had a fun cast. We had a good time together.
I got to tie you up with pantyhose.
Yeah, that's right.
It was really
sounded
fun,
when
like-
I saw the title, it sounded like naughty, like Holiday in Handcuffs. I was like, wait, is this appropriate? And
Trying
then,
to get into Canada and get the work
Yeah.
permit to get into Canada, and it said like Holiday in Handcuffs, and the
They're
customs
side-eyeing
officer,
you.
the immigration officer is like, I'm sorry, what?
that sort of kicked it off, and I like that space a lot, especially when I got married, I had kids, and just kind of being in that sort of family holiday space. Because at the end of the day, holidays are all about family, right?
Yep.
So the films are ultimately like sort of family-friendly films, and
Yeah.
family's a top priority in my life, so I like to lean into that.
We see that on your TikTok every day, right? Is
Yeah.
your TikTok your Instagram?
They're all the above. I don't know. My kids are kind of keeping me hip. I think I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of those. My kids are keeping me hip with all that. So, and I
Now,
fancy myself a comedian there.
Make
so
sure
I
you're
can
all
post stuff.
following. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So then we kept the holiday train
Well,
running.
hang on. But you guys broke a ton
Oh.
of records with Holiday in Handcuffs.
We did. We broke some records. I think it was like the #1 rated. I think it might still be
I believe it is still the reigning #1.
#1 Christmas TV original movie. Like obviously like Christmas Vacation and Elf and things
Yeah,
like
but
that
for
come
TV.
on. But as an original TV movie, I think it still holds the record for the most viewed
They still play it all the time.
all the time. You guys seen it recently?
They play
Anybody
all the
watched
time.
it this year
Anyone seen
already?
Holiday in
Yeah,
Handcuffs
yeah.
recently? Yeah.
Yeah?
It's I showed it to my kids last year, and it was really funny. They actually at first they were like, "Oh, we gotta watch one of your movies," and then they were like, "Oh, okay. Like this is actually really funny."
My
Mom.
kids never like to watch anything I'm in.
No.
They don't like to watch. They didn't watch like Saved by the Bell. They didn't watch like anything, but they did like that movie. They like the
did.
holiday movies. So I like, okay, they're
Well,
tough critics, but I caught my daughter Gia watching it the other day.
Really?
And so yeah, so they do like that one a lot. Yeah.
It is you know what? It's one of my favorites because I got to be so stupid funny in it. Like I had this bad perm, I had to wear this bad dress that got soy sauce all over. Like I don't know. It was like I had so much fun, and I had to ice skate in it. Someone actually just asked me if I actually learned to ice skate, and I spent our weekends in Calgary like learning to ice skate, and then they still used a stunt double. So, but yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was like Mario said, it was real snow. It snowed every day, but like really lightly, so it never piled up, which was not a problem for production. But it was beautiful. Like all that snow was real. Which these days, every one of these movies is shot like between June and August for some reason, and we don't have real snow in a lot of these movies unless you're shooting in Canada for some reason. But that movie was just, I mean, everything you see about that movie was real. And we had our beautiful Marky Post as my mom, and Vanessa Evigan as my sister, and she's still a friend of mine. And Marky and I stayed close until she passed away last year. And oh my gosh, we had June Lockhart play my grandma, who was from Lassie. You guys might have known her from Lassie. Like, I mean, everybody knows Lassie, right? So it was super fun. And then we kept the holiday train rolling.
Yeah.
That's right. Shout out to the guy doing sign right now. My guy's working
This is
right
so
there.
impressive.
I'm like,
So, Feliz Navidad,
putting in work.
right? Feliz Navidad was your next
Oh,
one?
Feliz Navidad, Very Merry Toy
did
Store.
you?
Very
Oh
nice.
yeah, we did
Oh,
that one.
that was
next
my
year.
He's like, oh yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
I forgot that
We've
one.
shot movies in 2 different countries in 3 different states.
How
or
many
something.
total have you guys done together now?
Well, we've worked on 3 together.
Yeah.
But
Is that it? thought
I
we
feel
did
like
more.
I was sort of involved in your other movies because it's all my friends working on your movie.
Well, I always steal your sister-in-law.
My sister-in-law does the wardrobe for Mario
Yeah,
now. He's
she's
like
great.
obsessed with my sister-in-law.
Yeah, and your mom. I love your mom.
My mother, and
They're
we
great.
partnered up on Feliz Navidad as producing partners, and I directed it, and of course he starred in it.
Yeah.
And I did a small part. I played your bad date.
Oh, that's right.
Did everyone see
Did the
Feliz
bad date.
Navidad?
Where did we
you guys
shoot
see
that one at? Oh, we were in Nevada.
We shot
were
that one in
Nevada.
Tahoe, in
Yeah,
Nevada.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And
that one was
then
fun.
You
Listen,
just did
right.
Stepping Into the Holidays.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
yeah,
with
well,
Jana
after Feliz
Kramer.
Navidad.
Yeah.
Oh, then I did Holiday in Santa Fe. That was in, my daughter was in that one. That was fun. That was in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And then I just did Step Into the Holiday in Nashville, which was a lot of fun because I'd always been wanting to work in Nashville. And I got to
Yeah.
dance in that one,
You know,
which is cool.
There's this podcast that happens in Nashville a lot.
we tried to get him when he was busy doing Stepping Into the Holidays.
Well,
We were
because you
like,
know how it gets busy. Those days are long right there.
Yeah, and I was like, come to the podcast studio. So
Yeah.
this is the only way we could get him.
So we're working and then producing, so it kind of consumes you once you're there and stuff. But I love the town, I love the people, and we had to deal with a couple tornadoes. But other than that,
But you
it was
actually
a
got
lot
to
of
shoot
fun.
in like the springtime, like before it got too hot.
Yeah, it was still kind of cool. It was actually kind of cool. I remember.
You didn't complain about what. See, now when I direct him, he doesn't like to wear his coat, so I have to kind of bribe him.
when
in
it's
some-
hot. When it's hot.
When it's hot, yeah, it's always hot out, so he never
We
wants
can be
to wear
sweating
his coat.
in a Christmas movie, so you can't have that. But that one was cool. My wife was in that one. I like to incorporate the family when I can. So then she was in that one. She was funny. Jana Kramer was in that too. And it's funny because my movies, I like to put all my buddies in it. A buddy of mine who's actually here, I made him a singing fireman and all that. But he did a really good job.
He got recognized for the first time today.
That's right. He got recognized a couple times already. But it's fun because, and that one we've gotten great response and it's done well. They're already trying to talk to me about like a sequel or something. And I'd love to go back to Nashville and do something again.
So Amanda, I find it fascinating because my doggies, Cleo and Sully, they seem to know everything about me. They especially know when I'm opening up the compost bucket because they come over and they want my scraps of sausage and bacon, right?
My dog Sunday has this like built-in alarm clock every single day at 6:00. Even on the weekends, unfortunately, she comes bounding in and she has a collar on that we call her Jingle Jangle. And she just gets up in the bed and just shakes it as loud as she can. Like, wake up.
It's the household alarm.
It's adorable and
I love it.
obnoxious.
Well, we don't know much about our dogs. They know everything about us, but we don't know much about them.
It's
but you know
true.
what? There's a way to get to know more about your doggie.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, it is embarkvet.com. They're supporting What Women Binge today, and you can go to embarkvet.com to get free shipping and save $65 with promo code WWB. And we're excited to work with them because what they do is they help you discover your dog's DNA. It's the highest rated dog DNA test on the market.
It's such a cool thing. We did it with Sunday, and I was shocked at the results.
I'm doing it with Sully because he's a rescue and we don't know where he came from. We don't know who he's related to, but I can't wait to find out.
That's right. And they have Relative Finder on here. We actually just got a report back from Embark the other day that said, you have a new relative. And the dog really does look just like Sunday.
Oh, you're going to have doggy play dates, aren't you?
If they live close by, I am open to it.
You are so going to do doggy play dates with your doggy's relatives. That's amazing.
But it's awesome because it tells you things you don't know about your dog, especially if you have rescues like we do. Insights on their health, what they're predisposed to, helps you make decisions about their routines, what you're going to feed them, how you're going to, help them behaviorally. It's really important stuff.
Yeah, I think they said that 61% of pet owners plan to adjust their dog's routine or feel more prepared to be a good pet parent after they test with Embark.
I totally do.
And if your dog is tested for a serious health result, Embark will reach out to you and one of their experts will talk you through it. So you don't have to figure it out for yourself. They'll help you figure out what's going on if there is a health issue.
That's so cool. So 72% of pup parents are puzzled when it comes to their dog's breed. And this helps you in the guessing game. Give the dog lover in your life something that they won't expect this Christmas, a chance to decode their dog.
It's the perfect time to shop for Embark Dog DNA Test. Right now, Embark has a limited time offer on their breed and health kit and purebred kit. It's for What Women Binge listeners. So all you have to do is go to embarkvet.com to get free shipping and save $65 with promo code WWB, like What Women Binge.
That's right. Just visit embarkvet.com and use the promo code WWB to save $65 today.
Thank you, Embark, for sponsoring our podcast.
Well, and our friend directed it. So who directed his last movie, Stepping in the Holidays? It's funny enough, the director of his movie was the showrunner for my show,
David
Melissa and
Kendall.
Joey. So
That's right.
so
He was
crazy. We
great.
have so much like crossover. between our
You came and
productions.
visited the set. I saw
I came
you.
and visited the set.
Yeah.
You wanted to put me in the movie.
Yeah,
I was a little shy. I didn't do it, but but we did Feliz Navidad, and we did A Very Merry Toy Store, which, funny enough, my
Right.
mother directed.
That's right.
My mother directed, and
Yeah.
Mario does this crazy thing where wherever he goes, he makes a lot of friends, and we'd be like going from the set. A lot of it took place in this big toy store, and we'd walk across the street to go to the coffee shop or whatever. And all these women are falling over Mario, and I'm like having to dodge people. They're like, Mario, Mario. I'm like, oh, excuse me, I have to get out. Like, I couldn't get.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
No,
Can you take a picture, please?
I get like, they're like, can you take a picture of me and Mario? I'm like, okay, fine.
They were nice. They were cooking for me. And so
They
I'd
were
go in the
good.
house.
He'd go next door. He's like,
They were
I'm
nice.
like, you want to sit down and have lunch? He's
I
like,
like
no,
making
the lady
friends.
next door is making tamales. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Because most of the time when I'm doing these movies, I still got to do my show, Access Hollywood and Access Daily. So I'll take a break, and I'll have to go shoot it outside, and then come back. So I'm always kind of double dipping, and I like to get little crowds behind me or the community involved and stuff. So I like people. That's why I like hosting and stuff.
Which is
so.
why you have to bring your family when you shoot these movies, so you get to see them.
Yeah, exactly.
Too
Everybody gets
busy.
involved. Exactly.
Well, so what do you like about the Christmas movie genre? I mean, you said family. It's family related.
Well, it's
so-
family. I mean, I always say I always want to do everything that's all about like the 5 F's that sort of represent me, and that's family, faith, food, fitness, and fun, right? And if it falls in those
Nice.
buckets, I try to sort of lean into that. And holiday films ultimately are all about family, and I think just having 3 small kids, it's sort of in that wheelhouse. And I just kind of, not to sound corny, but it kind of works with my brand, if you will, right? And so
Yeah.
I like. I like that. And because of the shows, I do like 3 shows every day with my radio show and Access Daily and Access Hollywood. I can only kind of squeeze in certain things on my hiatuses, which are like your breaks that you can. So I'll usually try to do a movie that be in and then try to produce something else. This year I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do another game show and all that. So I don't have any vacations this year. But, you know me. I like to hustle and keep busy.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't ever stop.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I'm going crazy, and then this guy is like, you're doing like you said, like 3 shows a day, and then your holiday movies, and then and then you're like boxing with Oscar de la Hoya, and
Yeah, that's
you have
right.
tequila.
We're doing a doc with him, too, on HBO that's coming out next year. It's going to be really good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What's
so
it
that's
called?
what it's got. We haven't had a title yet, but it's a 4-part doc on De La Hoya and all that that's coming out on HBO, which is fun. So,
All
mixing it up. Mixing
and,
it up.
and back to Feliz Navidad for a second. And I know I'm saying it wrong. I know it's Feliz Navidad.
No,
We would-
Navidad, like a dad.
Feliz
'Cause
Navidad
the
is
dad's
the title of our
capitalized.
movie. No, I get so many people that are like, you're saying it wrong. I'm like, no, but the dad part,
That's right, that's right.
Because he was a dad.
That's right.
And Mexican
single dad,
family,
single dad on that.
single dad.
Yeah.
And did anyone see Feliz Navidad?
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a really
thanks.
fun one. It was so here's a fun fact about that movie. We were the first up and running union
Oh, yeah.
film during COVID.
That's
so
right.
we were supposed to shoot that in March of 2020, and of course the whole world shut down, as we all remember, and we had to be put on hold. And so you were almost going to come up to Tahoe, but you waited, and I was already there. So I was in lockdown in Tahoe, but we kept going. Every week we'd be like, should we start next week?
Yeah.
Should we start next week? Should we start? So when we started, the unions were like, you guys are the first ones to go, so don't mess this up or we can't make any more movies right now. So
It worked
No
out.
pressure.
a little bit of pressure, right?
Yeah,
So
no, it worked out. I'm glad we were the
it
first
worked
ones,
out,
too.
and we had so much fun. It was a little hard because we had to do big performance numbers, so it was hard to fill the audience because we couldn't have a lot of people in the same room. It was a lot of families. If you watch it, you'll see that the people we were able to focus on, it's a lot of families sitting at the table together. A lot of my friends from Tahoe, a lot of our crew members were in the movie. It was the only way we could kind of make it COVID friendly, so it was a little tricky. But I think it's time for us to do another one.
Yeah. I always said I could have Melissa direct all my movies. She don't like to hang with me that much, though. So
I'm the only one that can handle you. Nobody else can
that's
handle
right.
you. This guy's a little bit. He has some fun on set, and I have to kind of like.
I like
reel
to have
him
fun.
in.
I work hard, but I like to have fun. You got to keep it light, right?
Absolutely.
Keep it fun.
You work really hard, so you deserve to have some fun.
Thanks.
And
Speaking of fun, since we are What Women Binge, what are you binging? What do you do for fun outside of all of the things you have
when
going
you get
on?
to watch TV or listen to a podcast or read a book, what is it?
Well, I kind of have to watch TV every night anyway for work, just to be familiar with all the people that I'm usually interviewing. And there's so much good television right now. It's funny because my wife loves a crime doc. Anytime someone's getting murdered, she's all about it.
That's Lifetime
and I'm,
for you.
And I'm like, yo, what? you got plans later? I'm like,
She's not the only one. It's okay.
yeah, no, I know. And so
Don't
I
cross
can't help.
her, Mario. Don't cross her.
So no, I mean, so everything's like so morbid. I was like, dang, we just saw Dahmer. Then from that, we just saw the what was that other murder one that the case against Adnan Syed? I mean, there's all these crime docs.
That's a good one.
That's a good one too. And then I think we're gonna start White Lotus
Ooh,
next.
second
What we
season?
have I have like my shows. Then she has her shows. Then we have our
What's
show.
your shows
And I
together?
can't cheat on the our shows because then it's really bad.
That's a good husband.
It's really
It's
bad. But
really
she
bad.
falls asleep every time. So she falls asleep. I'm like, our show. And then she makes me wait. I go, you fall asleep, so it doesn't matter. She says, it doesn't matter. I just would like to know that you're not.
I think that's
Cheating on our
my
shows.
husband's the one that always falls asleep, and I
He
watch
falls asleep?
episodes twice. I'm like,
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
the
I
worst.
can't keep watching the same episode of Yellowstone 3-4 times because you
Yeah.
keep falling asleep.
Yellowstone. I love that.
Yellowstone.
Love
So we
Yellowstone.
were
I
the-
love 1883. That was
and
great
the new
too.
one's about to come out,
1923. That's coming out December 16th.
I'm
it's
so
coming out.
excited,
Yeah.
yeah.
Harrison Ford, Helen Mirren.
Those are
Harrison
too
Ford.
conflicty for me.
Oh,
But
she
White
doesn't like
Lotus,
conflict. Yeah.
now that I can get on board.
I can't
see
believe
the
you like
second
White
season yet?
Lotus.
I started. I'm not all the way through. Don't spoil it.
No, I haven't seen it. I'm started. I haven't seen it.
I think I'm 3 episodes in. I think it's better than the first season.
Really?
And I love
Really?
the first season.
Yeah.
Really?
Don't
Disagree?
spoil it.
Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah,
haven't
so I gotta
watched it
catch
yet.
up.
There's so much
It's
out
so
right
good.
now. I feel
I
like
can't watch some people can watch like different shows at the same time. If I'm gonna binge something, I gotta watch it all the way before I
Yeah,
start another
yeah.
one, as opposed to like watching. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
but I
some
can do it where like I can watch Only Murders in the Building by myself, but then wait for my husband to watch. Like we went through.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Like we're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through 24 right now.
Right,
We're
right.
going back to some
Dang, old school.
I know we went old school.
She
Some
just spent
shows
a
I've
year
never
on
seen.
Lost.
Guys, I didn't get to watch. We were on TV our whole childhoods. Like I never got to watch anything.
I warned her. You all know it's terrible.
But I've been watching a lot of World Cup right now, so.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
which
getting
team?
into
Well,
that right now.
obviously.
Who were you rooting for?
That was good
were
games.
were you all about
Well,
Mexico?
but on my office pool, I'm in a pool like at 3 different pools. So I'm still looking good with France right now. Morocco just beat Portugal in an upset.
Argentina.
Argentina almost blew it, but they won yesterday. That was big. Croatia beat Brazil.
So,
yeah,
wait,
exactly.
back
That was
to-
good for the office pool too.
Wait, I want to talk about Feliz Navidad for a second because there was such a special element to that with the a lot of the Mexican culture being mixed in. What was there was something we were supposed to do in the movie that we couldn't end up doing. It was La Posadas.
Yeah, I mean, I
that
like
right?
to put a little flavor into when we can. I don't want to beat anyone over the head with a tortilla.
Yes,
but,
you do.
But at the same time,
Did you
just
do the
because a little
tortilla
bit-
challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We
oh
slapped
yeah.
people with we did it.
Yeah.
We did it. We
We
slapped
did
each
that.
other with
I
tortillas.
did, yeah. We do that on the regular anyway. So. but yeah, it's nice when you can kind of mix it up because a lot of these movies, right? They'll end up being sort of formulaic, or you'll see a lot of the similar storylines. So if you get to implement either to make it stand out a little bit of the culture, or you get to dance in it, or there's a lot more physicality and stuff, I think then it'll kind of help it maybe kind of stand out from the rest.
Well, I was really bummed we couldn't. I don't know why. I think the movie was too long, but we cut out this La Posadas thing, which is. Will you want to explain the Mexican tradition of La Posadas?
Well, yeah, we didn't have that in the script though.
We didn't actually put it.
We
It
didn't
was
actually-
originally.
I think it was.
There was
I think
a small thing where it was like I think it was like a montage bit.
We couldn't even have the. I think there's certain cookies or something. Or we had to improvise.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah, we didn't have the
with all
cookies
that.
from-
Sometimes you gotta kind of roll with the
We
punches.
had tamales because
Yeah,
you made a
we
big thing
did.
about tamales being.
Yeah, but I can't have tamales like in all the movies. I had it like in 2 movies. I was like, all right, that's enough, because that's enough.
Wait, but did you say our tamales were wrong in the movie? When when they put them down, they had made them wrong. That you would
Well, because you
never-
just don't make. If anybody knows any like Latin families out there, you just don't make like a few tamales. When they're gonna make tamales, it's like an assembly line. You make like hundreds, and then you eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next couple months. You like fry an egg and you do it, and it's good.
There was some kind of meat that you said no
Yeah,
one
there
would
was
ever
like
put that in.
there were like carne asada tamales. I'm like, they don't make those.
Was it like
I was like a bougie tamale that's not practical. They were good, but I was like, it's not really practical.
So I have been using these products for my hair. I am all about my hair. I've always, like, one of the things I loved about myself growing up was my hair. I always loved my hair. It always treated me well.
It's beautiful.
But as I'm getting older, it's harder. And I am so grateful that I have discovered Vegamore. Do you know this? You know Vegamore.
Yes, they
You know
sent us
Vegamore.
this beautiful kit, and it's got the I think it's the Grow Revitalizing Kit.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the shampoo and the conditioner.
They've got so many great things. I've been using their dry shampoo. Every time I leave town, I stick that in my bag, and I've got it for them.
It's
so I don't have to
awesome.
wash my hair every time. And then I've got the gummies
Yes.
for growth, and then the little massager thingy. I've been
Oh.
using that on Mark too to help stimulate some growth.
Is that thing not heaven?
It's awesome.
I've been using the lash serum and the brow serum like religiously, especially since I gave up my lash extensions.
Oh yeah.
They are like it's a huge difference.
I mean, the
I
whole
can like
brand,
see it.
The whole brand is about the damage we've done over time and how we can try to repair it, right? And so
Right.
we're trying to repair our hair. We're trying to have long, thicker hair after years of damage. And Vegamore has transformed my hair. Their holistic approach to hair health uses smart botanicals that promote visibly thicker, fuller, and longer looking hair.
And with Vegamore, you get healthy, beautiful looking hair without the harmful chemicals, which is really important to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And all of their products are cruelty free and never contain parabens or hormones.
Yeah, they have something for everyone looking to improve their hair. And they have the Grow Revitalizing Shampoo and Conditioner Kit. That's awesome. It works together to visibly thicken hair and improve hair from the roots. You just massage it into your scalp for 60 seconds, and then you follow up with the conditioner. That's it.
Super simple.
Simple.
And Vegamore, having it as my go-to shampoo and conditioner, which, hair growth and thickening is not something that I struggle with, but it makes my hair so
You've got big
soft
hair.
and manageable. Like
Yeah.
I've noticed a huge difference in just the texture of my hair.
Yeah, and there's no risk when you try because they have a 90-day money-back guarantee, and they have 91% of customers saying they saw visibly thicker hair with Vegamore in just 3 months, but you won't want to run out.
Don't let the damage of the past hold your hair back. See your hair's full potential with Vegamore.
Go to vegamore.com/WWB and use code WWB to save 20% on your first order.
That's Vegamore, vegamore.com/WWB. Code WWB to save 20% at vegamore.com/WWB.
And thank you, Vegamore, for sponsoring our podcast.
That's
Well,
right. The crack
but next movie, I want to do the La Posadas because it's really nice. It's like the night that they couldn't find room at the inn, and little kids, I guess, dress up as angels and shepherds and knock on doors, and everyone says, no, you can't come in. And there's like paper lanterns along the street, and eventually you get to like a town party. I think eventually you get to like a little festival in the street, but the kids are like knocking on the door looking for room at the inn, and they're not allowed
That's
in.
good you remember that.
I love that. I love that. I think it's a Mexican and maybe some other countries in South America celebrate La Posadas in different versions. So I thought that was really lovely, and I wish we had been able to do that. But maybe in our next one we can do that.
Sounds good. It's funny because growing up, and when you grow up and with not a lot of money, it becomes Christmas, which really is at the end of the day, it's more faith-based. So we went to midnight mass, which was tough to stay up as a kid, especially growing up Catholic. So you go to midnight mass and it becomes more about the faith and not so much about the gifts too. So you get a little older, then obviously you can get to combine the two. So yeah, that takes me back.
What is your favorite Christmas tradition? What would you say is like something you've held on to as a child that you brought to your family?
We still go to mass. And I still just like having all the family come over to my house now. We used to go to my sister's, and but now they're starting to come over to my house, and I just like having all the family over, all the kids. I like all the chaos because I have a big Mexican-Italian family, so it's a lot of good food, a lot of drinking, gambling,
Noise.
games. We go to the movies too.
Oh,
Always,
yeah.
we try to go to the
always
movies.
did
There's always
that
good
on
movies.
Thanksgiving. I think we went to movies.
Yeah, there's usually a movie that comes out like on Thanksgiving, then on Christmas Day another big movie comes out too.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory from Holiday in Handcuffs about working with me? Not necessarily me. What was your favorite memory of the movie?
Aside from you being a pain, no. It was fun. The whole thing was the whole experience was just kind of fun.
It was
being out
so
there
much
in
fun.
the snow and stuff, and the cast was cool. I really enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun.
I have to say, it was one of the nicer environments of just like, because we were in one location for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, you made best friends with the craft service woman. She was making you
Yeah.
some fantastic sandwiches,
yeah.
and I was
I like to
getting
eat a
jealous.
lot. You know, I
you
like
and
to
your
eat a-
food, man.
Yeah. I'm really like a little fat kid at heart.
And a little fun fact about Mario, he likes to work out on the treadmill chewing gum. I just think that's
I always
weird.
got to have gum when
I
I'm
think that's
when I'm
weird.
working.
Do you have gum in right now?
No. When I'm training,
But
like
you
I
do,
was.
don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm not chewing.
So I have a question. Since you two are kind of the king and queen of Christmas movies,
Aw.
and you kind of started it all, I mean, everyone's basically here because you guys did this one movie. If you were going to create the dream cast for your holiday movie, who would be in it?
I mean, I think it depends on what the script is, right? So with the characters.
Well, you're
and
doing
stuff.
the
write it,
script,
you write
anything
the
you want it
script.
to be.
Oh God, that's a
Write the
that's a-
script
I would
right
do
now. Come
all
on.
That's
the
a
Christmas.
loaded
I would
question.
do let's do like us, Andrew Walker, Lacey, Danica, Candace Cameron. Like we just have.
There you go.
Have them all.
Let's
Yeah.
have all the Christmas the people that we like. You look at and you're like, that's Christmas to me. Like right,
Do you
Lacey
feel like
is
this is a genre that will continue to expand? Do you feel like there's more stories to tell that?
I think it gets difficult, to be honest, keeping creative. I want to know why there's no like Thanksgiving movies. Because I think after November, then that's it,
Yeah.
right?
That counts as a holiday.
Like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was the only Thanksgiving movie I can think of. Because remember, he was trying to get home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Other
yeah,
than
yeah.
that, there's no really. Oh, there was one called like The Turkey Drop. Because that's popular
Yeah.
when you break up with someone right before the holidays.
Isn't there one
That's
about-
like a one-note thing. That's it. You break
There's another animation movie, like a claymation movie about
Yeah.
the chickens. Chicken Run? That one,
Yeah.
we always watch that at Thanksgiving. I don't know why. Because like chickens go in, pies come out. I don't know. It's actually kind of evil, I guess, maybe.
That's really disturbing.
But
Yeah.
speaking of Christmas Queens, is Lacey, I think we might be bringing out Lacey, you guys.
Oh.
Oh, all right then.
Is she, wait.
Nice
not
talking
yet.
to you, MJ.
Sit your butt down.
Don't
Not
get
yet,
him too
not
excited yet. I don't see her yet.
She's not here yet? All right, you guys let us know when
I
Lacey
saw her.
comes.
No, have a seat, Mario. We got more questions.
Why don't they ask questions? Like
You
you
guys
should
wanna
let
ask
you
some
should let them
questions?
ask questions as opposed to.
Yeah, do we have a, we have a
just-
microphone?
But
out
I
there?
have a
pontificate.
question.
If you
Oh, we
guys
got a
wanna
new
ask
signer.
questions, we
The other
have
dude got
microphones.
tired. How you doing? He was working. That dude, you're putting in work right there.
Actually, I don't know. Did you guys see my movie this year, Santa Boot Camp, that I directed? It's
Anyone?
with Rita Moreno and Emily Kinney. We did a lot of sign language.
Rita
in the
Moreno, that's
movie,
awesome.
And it was Rita Moreno is just. Have you worked with her?
No, but I know her. She's 90 now or something,
She's
right?
90. She's
90.
about to be
Unbelievable.
91.
90,
And
that's
she
unbelievable.
was an absolute gem in the movie. She is just, one of my favorite people, besides you, both of you, of course. But in the
I'll be
movie, we
second
did
to Rita.
use a lot
That's
of
fine.
sign language, so it was a really special element, and I'm really proud of that. It was interesting because we're
Well,
on
this is a great
set.
director. Hey, there's Lacey, so I'm gonna get out of here. Nice seeing you. Hey, I'll see you guys later.
I'll see you out there. I think we're going to be doing photo ops together later, so you guys can come get photo ops later.
Oh, I thought I saw her. That's not her. But I already said bye, so I'll see you later.
So that was the end of when Mario stepped off the stage.
Yep, we warned you.
He was like, oh, that's it. Okay, I gotta go. And he put it down and he left. But we did have a ticking clock on stage too.
That's true. And we know he had a million other places to be.
And yeah, he's being pulled in a million directions. Everyone wants to talk to him about, being AC Slater and sign
And
sign
all
my
the
autograph, take a
things.
picture, say hi to my mom.
I've never seen women react to a man
Ugh.
more than the way they would react to him when he would walk through the crowd.
We do these double photographs where sometimes I'll do ones with fans just for me, just for him, and then we do them together because of Holiday and Handcuffs especially. It's like everybody's favorite Christmas movie, which makes me feel so good. But it's so funny because every time we have women walk in, and even the men, they all want to stand next to Mario, and I'm always on the outside, which is in a COVID era is fine for me.
I think
I'm
he'd
not
prefer
in the
not to
middle.
stand next to me because I tower over him. So, Melissa, I'm so
Yeah?
excited for you. You've been really working hard on getting your immune system up and going really well and getting your body in shape. What's your secret weapon now?
Well, I've been using AG1. Do you know AG1?
I have heard of this.
It's made by Athletic Greens. It's great. It tastes great.
Ah.
You do a scoop. Oh no, because I know those veggie things can be not so tasty. This one is pretty yum.
What do
You
do?
put a scoop in your water in the morning, and it, oh my gosh, it helps in so many ways.
So tell me what it's doing for you.
So with one scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, all kinds of good stuff, right? It's
Oh.
lifestyle friendly. You can eat it when you're keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, all the things.
So it's good for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it costs less than $3 a day. So you're investing in your health and it's cheaper than that cold brew habit.
And I love this. They're sustainable too. For every purchase, they donate to organizations helping to get nutritious food to kids in need, including No Kid Hungry here in the U.S.
That's
and
amazing.
Yeah, they do climate neutral, certified, all that good stuff.
That is amazing. So right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills or supplements to look out for your health.
Yeah, and to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/WWB.
Again, that's athleticgreens.com/WWB to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Thank you, Athletic Greens, for supporting What Women Binge.
It was
I get to bring
great.
friends like you. We get to do our podcast there.
That I am so grateful. That was an experience I will never forget. The energy in that room, all of those people, it was so fun.
Well, you have to come to 90s Con. Everybody, Hartford in March. 90s Con. Don't miss it. And by the way, next week, check out our episode with Lacey Chabert live from Christmas Con.
Woohoo!